everyone. Hi. Sorry about my hair. I know it's not great, but I tried to get a quick haircut before this, and where's a grooming gang when you need one, eh? You know. Anyway, my name's Adam. I've been a Londoner for many years, but I am originally Czech. Well, actually, half Czech, half Slovak, and that may sound kind of exotic to you, but it really is a lot like being half Welsh and half English here. You know, one side sort of dismisses you a little bit as a peasant and maybe a bit of a sheepshagger, and the other side sort of distrusts you because you've always been the bigger brother and about money and power, and you don't have the appreciation for the warmth of a sheep's vagina. Yeah. Some of you are thinking, like, that's some cheek coming in here as a foreigner with such jokes. I'll have you know that I am British. As of about a year and a half ago, I got my citizenship, and Thank you, thanks. My girlfriend got hers too last week, so now our household, we are like the beef at Asda, 100% British, baby. Right? Yeah, thanks. So we studied for the Life in the UK test, you know, the citizenship test. Anyone here did that? Yeah, a bunch of you. Okay, great. And for that test, we studied the names of famous British garden architects, the height of the London Eye, and, you know, of course, the personal biographies of each of the Queen's corgis. Meanwhile, the people in this country that we're testing for, half of them probably think amnesia is the name of a country they saw on Instagram. So all that is to say, if you hear me making ignorant jokes tonight, hey, baby, that's just me fitting in. No. No. I'm kidding the British people. Everyone's been great to me. I just sort of wish Henry VIII had fewer damn wives to memorize, if I'm honest. How was it? Divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived. Yeah, that sounds like it. It also sounds like the roll call of the Women's Club of ISIS. But anyway, Henry VIII, man, what a guy. What a way to go down in history as sort of the OG, the founder and CEO of divorce, with the Pope on your back being a mean girl going all like, Henry, stop trying to make divorce happen. It's not going to happen. But he did make it happen, you know, and it was fetch. It was great for him. But anyway, I don't want to spend too much time talking about myself. I don't need to, because of course I am famous on the internet. You know my face. You know my face from ChatGPT when you ask it to draw a generic white guy. That's right, Tony's got the Google, I've got the AI, so I hold the future. I also, by that token, don't need to tell you too much about my hobbies, because you can take one look at me and you can tell that I enjoy a nice hike, a properly formatted spreadsheet, and the missionary position. Thank you very much. But I guess one thing I can tell you about is that I do love trains. You know, your subways, your tubes. Oh, yeah, train fans here, great. I ride trains as a Londoner as well, quite a bit. Except for at work, where more than the gravy train, I'm more on like the gravy replacement bus, if that makes sense. I love trains, but in the big picture, you know, like, the tube is such a complicated system. It's so old, you know, opened in 1863, like just in time for David Attenborough to ride it to school. But on the day-to-day level, it can actually be pretty annoying. Like, it grinds my gears. We all know this. And one time on the tube, it got me thinking, like, about this American phrase, running a train on someone. Anyone here familiar with that phrase? I hear a few people laughing, so you probably are. For those of you who don't know, running a train is when a group of guys sort of have their way sexually with a woman one after another. And I was on the tube the other day standing thinking, like, how the fuck was that not invented in Britain by a London commuter? Like, who knows more about getting serially fucked than a commuter in London? Between the extortionate ticket price, the severe delays, and getting sweaty forehead bumps from random strangers, you're getting more action than that record-breaking lady on OnlyFans. But then I thought, you know, what do Americans know? Like, most of the average Americans probably have about as much experience being on a train as they have with actual group sex, so like next to none, which is why they might think it's a fitting metaphor. I think for us Brits, it hits a bit too close to home. And it also made me realize that we Brits should probably, just learn to count our blessings. We should learn to be grateful that, hey, at least we love our sheep. We've been on a train, and anytime we want, we can grab a cheap Ryanair flight to Amnesia. Thank you, everyone. You've been wonderful. Enjoy the rest of your night.